Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Roddy and I'll be your tarot reader for today. Today we are doing and what does your spirit team want to tell you reading. I really felt the urge to do this reading firstly for deceased loved ones, but when I recorded two videos the audio was a disaster, so I couldn't edit those videos. And when I started recording them again, I did get the urge to don't do a deceased loved one reading for this video, but to do what does your spirit team want you to know reading. So I think I'm going to start with what does your spirit team want you to know right now for main energy. And I think I'm going to use the fairy deck because the starting card we have here is the search for it card. So I think it's gonna be a little bit a reading about which signs you are getting, how to look for the signs, how to receive the signs, or something like that. I'm feeling, so I'm gonna take the fairy cards and shuffle. Oh damn, okay. Now we're gonna look at the cards. We have important meaning, recognizing fairies, protecting, inspiration, and magic portal. So if I'm looking at the cards intuitively, I almost feel like I said earlier that it is about signs and how to search for the signs and how to search for the signs for a divine gathering, even maybe, or inspiration, as the card says. And the magic portal, I'm thinking it is talking about your own magic portal within yourself, and your happiness. I am feeling. I think I'm going to look for a clarification card, and I think I'm going to use the animal oracle cards. Is there any clarification for this group, dear spirit? I don't know what's going on, or it's my shuffling, or they are very direct. Dog spirit, chameleon, lion, canary, moth, and butterfly. So if I'm looking at the cards, yeah, if you look at the butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful, and the chameleon spirit act as if, the moth spirit surrender now. So actually I'm feeling you need to surrender to your divine path. Maybe you are feeling that it is too heavy or you can't do it at this moment, but spirit is actually saying you need to do it for yourself because it's gonna give such a beautiful transformation. And that's also why they are coming through a lot of cards, I think, because of the excitement, urge, dedication they see and know you have, and they see it isn't coming out at this moment. So I feel like it's the best to go through with the reading And I think I'm going to ask, why do we want to communicate this right now? Because I feel like we're gonna get a bigger picture than we have right now. It's a little bit vague. So let me ask the questions, and my feeling says I'm gonna use the Magic Spells deck. I don't know what's going on, guys, because this one fell out before I even shuffled, but I need to look at for my feeling. Imagination. So again, I think it's only an inner process they are talking about, and I'm really feeling we are getting the same answers. So I think I'm going to skip the clarification because we are very clear on what the reading is about. But I'm going to try to get more aspects of this reading maybe, and try to get a little bit deeper, because otherwise I'm repeating the same thing and it isn't fun for you or me, because I feel like if you heard things too much, you're gonna resist that change or that things. So let me ask Spirit, what is important to remember? Courage. So in Dutch it's moed. So I think you're just going to need the courage to just do it, as the card said previously. And just I was saying, it's almost the same answer every time on a different asking question. So I think I'm going to ask, what is a sign you need to look out for? Because I feel like that is an answer they are willing to give. And I think I'm going to use a deck from Cherry Porter. And let me take a look. We have changing of frequency. We have achtenswaardig, in English it's that you're worth it. And we have gifted. So I'm actually feeling that the courage they were talking about in transformation, that you need the courage to transform your frequency because you're very gifted and worth it. So I just need to see, I think you just need to see how skilled and gifted you are. And I don't know if you are a spiritual person, but I feel like you are a little bit different from the standard. That's how I wanted to say it. And I actually feel quite blocked this reading. Normally it's quite easy for me to get in the flow. It is who I am from early on in life. But this reading, it feels like it's almost blocked from my own sanity maybe. So I feel like once you get this sort of blockage related to courage, I think, and shining your own light, if that's dissolving, I think the blockage to flow with your divine gifts and to use them, or I think it's almost 99% connected with your inner courage, because I think a lot of people think that you are a person with a lot of courage, but I'm feeling in the inside you just are insecure about some things, and I don't know if it's a massive problem, but I feel like it's something you need to look at actually. And I'm trying to see if I can connect with your spirit team. I don't know, I keep hearing keep your happiness to yourself. I don't know, do you like to talk with people and maybe overshare a little much? Because I'm going to use my own experience as, let's say, story. I always told people what I'm wanting to do in life, what I was creating, what I was planning to do business wise, and I came across a lot of people that I don't know if it's jealousy or I don't know, I don't want to label it, but they just wanted to keep your ideas as their own. They will be disregarding your ideas, they will be degrading your ideas, you know. And that's when I learned that you just need to keep things for yourself until it's fully solid foundation is built. For example, I will take you a little bit into my creation process. I started this channel and my business 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm pre-recording videos so I can consistently upload 2 weeks, 2 videos a week. One on Thursday, I think, and the second one on Tuesday. And I'm pre-recording this because if I get ill or I just don't have the energy or I don't feel like recording, I just can upload for you guys. But if you say that to other people, they say it maybe nobody will like this. It's pre-recorded, blah 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 blah. But you know, in the matter of fact is, if you feel like this is the best way, you feel like it's your own divine creation and the creation you want to set free in the world, you need to do it because your own intuition is much stronger than other people's who are maybe influenced by jealousy or just they don't want you to succeed better than them. Mostly it's that is the problem, that people don't like it when you have better or nicer clothes. And even if you don't brag about it, I know most people don't brag about it, but most of the time if you say to someone, I have this, I bought this new blah 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 for my business, let's say this mic, other people can say, do you really need that? You're not a professional, right? But if you keep it to yourself, you don't even are opening up for this kind of comments. So I really feel like this reading is only the only clarity I can give you on this subject, and I really am quite flabbergasted that this reading is so short, but sometimes I feel like that's also on purpose, so you can see that nobody has a perfect recording or perfect business plan, and there will always be something wrong. But at the end of the day, it is upon yourself to look at the positive sides of your life and not about the negative. Because I can say, at the last few days, everything went wrong. So I know it can be so frustrating, but I also know at my own experience, if I stay in the negativity and, for example, my camera arm did break, so I actually couldn't record, and before that the audio was corrupted, so I did this recordings again. So I was a little bit frustrated, but if I think again about it, I could stay in the feeling like, oh no, I need to do this again and this again, and how is it going to work with my schedule, with my time, etc. But at the other side, I try to learn and I also try to think this way. Yeah, but now I can change things that I didn't like as much. For example, the lightning, I just need to shift the lamp a little bit of direction. So, but at the end of the day, that is what my second recording the video was making better. So at the end of the day, it is your divine expression, you know. So it doesn't really matter if you do anything wrong, because wrong doesn't even really exist on that type of things. Yeah, I'm not talking about someone who's in prison or done something really wrong, because that's just wrong, you know. But I'm talking about business faults or faults in your personal life. Everything happens in a reason, and for a reason, in a divine timing. So just trust the process, because the process is what makes perfect. The process is what people like to see. How you get better, how you get professional, how you are growing, how you get followers, everything on the type of things you want, you know. But they don't want perfection instantly. Especially now with AI and shit. It just it's too perfect, and I think personally that some people just like the imperfection, because the perfection is an actual representation of life, you know. And that's actually what I wanted to tell you, and I'm feeling this is actually the end of the reading, because as I said, we only get one type of answer actually, and the same answer but in a different answer reason manner, how do you say that? And I think I'm going to end it with that, because otherwise I can keep yapping, but my yapping is number one in this household, so I know for myself that I just need to end this video. I think I would like to thank you very, very, very much to watch my video. I hope you like it, subscribe if you see more and different types of content on my channel in the future. Leave a cloud emoji if the message resonated. Take what resonates and leave what